Hello everyone, this is Ryan Conley, residual Bitcoin miner. You can see a little change that's taking place today. I actually shaved, I'm losing some weight, so I thought I could rock this for a little bit today. But anyways, guys, what I'm talking about today is I am so excited with what is coming in the next few weeks with BitClub Network involving Bitcoin merchant processing. And I don't think a lot of people understand how big of a concept this is. So I'm going to talk about this, and I'm going to start off by saying I encourage you all to make a list of the companies that resonate in your life, the companies that mean a lot to you, your friends that own businesses that mean a lot to you. Make a list and save that on your phone or save it digitally someplace so you can add to it all the time. But make that list of companies that you want to do business with, because I can tell you this. In the near future, every company basically on the face of the earth is going to accept Bitcoin, and if they don't, they're honestly going to fall by the wayside, and I'll explain that here shortly as well. Okay, so the reason why they're going to accept Bitcoin is, let's focus on this. Companies do not like chargebacks. Okay, chargebacks is when someone makes a credit card purchase. For example, I'll give you an example. My friend has a moving company over in New York. Okay, Michael Merlino, cool guy, love his Brooklyn accent. Okay, and let's say that he moves a grand piano, and they pay for everything. But later on, someone calls the credit card merchant and says, you know what, my $2,000, probably more expensive than that, $3,000 grand piano has been scratched right now. I want my money back from the credit card because it's going to cost me all this money to repair my piano scratch right here. The merchant backs that, the merchant processing of that credit card company backs that and cancels and reverses the charges right there. Now Michael Merlino is out of receiving payment for that work that he did. And it may be some bullshit. They may just lied to go ahead and get their money back out of the deal. There's a lot of scam artists out there nowadays. Okay, so with Bitcoin, there is no chargebacks. The second of all thing is this, is that most people are paying 3 to 5% on merchant processing right there to use Visa and MasterCard and American Express and all these companies out there that I don't give a shit about them. I'm about Bitcoin, okay? And the reason is we are lowering that from 3 to 5% down to 1% processing fee. Okay, now let's look at our competition in that space right now. You've got Coinbase does merchant processing. You've got Payza does merchant processing. You have BitPay that does merchant processing. All these companies charge, it's a standard 1% is what they do. If you bring a business to these companies and say, hey, look, I brought you a car dealership, maybe you can kick me back a little bit because someone's going to buy a car and that's going to be some okay money for you, hook me up. They're not going to hook you up. Okay, so with BitClub Network and BitLife that we're working on right now with merchant processing coming out in February, you are going to get that 1% processing fee. 50% of that is going to go to you on every single purchase right there of that 1%. I don't care if it's a coffee stand in the morning. I don't care if it's a nightclub at night. Anywhere around the world, you've got those micro payments coming to you straight into your Bitcoin wallet, paying you in Bitcoin. How cool is that? So today, let me tell you who I've spoken to today, because today's been badass. I actually spoke to Buckminster Fuller. First of all, not him because he's dead, but I spoke to his institution. And, I'm going to talk, I want to read one quote to you by Buckminster Fuller because the reason why is because Bitcoin and this merchant processing actually is an invention that resonates with this quote right here. And so this is what he said in this invention, in this message here, is he said something about, I'm sorry, I'm just scrolling down here, okay? Here's a short one for you. You never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. So that's what we've done here, first of all, is we've created a model that merchants are going to come on board with because of the social media aspect as well, just on top of all that stuff. The Club Coin, you can research that, talk about that later on. Okay, but you lowered their stuff. You deleted the merchant chargebacks that companies don't like, so we've done that. Okay, here's another quote by him. When I'm working on a problem, I never think about beauty. But when I'm finished, if the solution is not beautiful, I know it's wrong. So, if I created merchant processing for Bitcoin, for Visa and stuff like that, and these people are getting chargebacks, that's not beautiful right there. The Bitcoin thing, hell yeah. Excuse me, okay? And so that's some quotes. So my point is with Buckminster Fuller, I've got him on my list for their institution to accept Bitcoin donations. I've got the email to him. Another thing, I called Grant Cardone today, okay? I spoke to Robin over at Grant Cardone's office, real sweetheart out of Miami there. And I said, do you guys accept Bitcoin? Because they're selling a lot of audiobooks. They're selling a whole bunch of stuff like that. And she checked. She's like, no, we don't actually, and stuff like that. She didn't really know what Bitcoin was. I sent her my Bitcoin video so she could find out what it is. But it only makes sense. Grant Cardone is a genius when it comes to setting trends. Of course, Grant Cardone. Hope you're watching this, Grant, because I'm going to get you on merchant processing. Okay? So of course he's going to accept Bitcoin. So you guys make this name list. The place you go get your hair cut at, the gym that you work out, my yoga studio that I go to, all these companies that come to mind, you're spending valuable time there anyways. As you build my sushi joint, okay? I've already got them hooked up, getting them involved, on things. So make that list of these companies that you already have existing relationships with and that, really touches your heart, that you want to help them, their businesses, not by distracting them. I don't care if they mine Bitcoin at BitClub Network, but people make a living, is my point, doing merchant processing for these funky ass banks out there, okay, that are ripping people off. And we're bringing something to the table that is much better, okay? So it's funny, I actually did merchant processing for these. I tried it anyways, just for fun. When I was struggling in network marketing a long time ago, I was like, gosh, I need to do something on the side. And I could do this with my schedule and work around my kids and stuff, okay? We've all gone through some struggling times. I went out there and the consensus was this. These people hate banks. They hate them, okay? And it was just denial. They have people come in there all the time. But you know what? At one point, merchant processing was brought to your city, your little town, city, whatever, and people started accepting debit cards. Bitcoin, you just saw in the news, the Netflix CFO just announced yesterday that Bitcoin should be the global currency of the world, okay? You guys, that's on top of the Winklevoss twins that started Facebook. Sorry, Mark Zuckerberg, you weren't the one that started it. That's on top of Bill Gates accepting Bitcoin for merchant processing. Okay, they're actually working with BitPay, but if we can give them a deal that's half as good as that and pay, Bill Gates could actually profit 50%. Why wouldn't he do business with us? Okay, so you guys just make your name list of who you want to do business with, the companies, the charities that you want to do business with for processing. That's what this is all about. You guys, I'm very excited to get to know you and help spread the word about Bitcoin, because the more we go ahead and get these Bitcoin merchants set up, that's the missing disconnect between consumer and merchant right now, and adaptation of Bitcoin, which we all know as 1% of the global population uses Bitcoin, it goes up to $100,000 a coin. And right now, I think we're on a bad day, which is like $430 today, Bitcoin's worth, or $435. Whoop-de-woo, what a flipping deal, that screaming deal that is right there, right? I'm going to swoop up another G's worth today. All right, so you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel below. Check out BitClub Network, where you can actually take part in this. This is not your standard MLM company where you got auto ships and protein shakes. I'm drinking my Ganesh shake right now. So you guys, excuse me, cheers, and make it a great day. Looking forward to working with you, sending Bitcoin viral with Bitcoin, BitClub Network, and BitLife. Take care.